Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I was sitting here and I was trying to figure out what exactly I was going to watch for today or show you guys, and I came across this video. He carries a 100-pound mass on his leg. And luckily, when I got up to my heaviest, I didn't have anything crazy like that going on to hold me back, but I couldn't imagine just having to walk around carrying something hanging from your leg like that and just all the complications and stuff it would cause. So I really am curious to see what this is.
I had a pretty big family growing up. I have two sisters and one brother. And I'm the oldest of my siblings. And we were pretty close-knit.
I'm the middle child. I have an older brother and a younger brother, and I got in all the trouble too, so that's definitely true about middle children.
We did everything pretty much together. We had our ups and downs like any other family, but things were good. We didn't have a lot of money. But my dad worked for a hot dog restaurant, and we could eat there for free. So we'd have dinner there a lot.
Okay, so that's kind of like just a circumstance of where he is. If that's all the money they had, or they had very little and they could eat at this restaurant for free, I could see why he just chowed down, or he felt like maybe he wasn't going to get more food or something, but I could see that going bad for a kid, just able to eat all the junk at a restaurant.
I think those are my favorite memories. And I never wanted that time to end because we were all together eating and happy. But for a lot of reasons, that all started to change as I got older. The biggest one being that I didn't realize that my parents started doing drugs.
Oh shit, that's terrible. This is one of those situations where he wasn't getting enough attention from his parents, so I guess he just turned to what was comforting him and food. And I've seen that before on these shows, but it's always sad to see because you never want to see a kid get hurt.
And as I got older, their habit got worse. They got into harder stuff. Instead of buying things like clothes and food, my parents would use the money to buy drugs and alcohol.
That's crazy. I don't know how he's walking at all with that thing hanging there. Because that thing would be bumping into your other legs and everything. That looks so friggin'... Oh my god. It's even like... How do you even buy pants when you have something like that? That's sad.
And cocaine, ecstasy, shrooms. The meth was a big problem. So we started to struggle even more financially. And my whole family situation changed. Things just got a lot harder and lonelier. Because me and my siblings were kind of on our own and had to start to fend for ourselves.
Yeah, as far as like the drug use and the uppers and stuff, I've seen a lot of that in my day, like when I was younger and shit. Like I had a friend that was the same size as me when we were like 16. He got on that Jenny Crack diet, started smoking that Stem Fast. He dropped about 150 pounds in 6 months because all he was doing was smoking rock. But them uppers, man, that meth, those crack, all that shit, you'll drop weight quick. You'll end up in jail also, so don't mess with that shit. I was around 10 at the time, and as the oldest I felt a lot of pressure to help and figure things out. But there wasn't much I can really do at that age. The only thing I could really still do was eat, to forget about my life. And I started to put on weight fast. As a cute doggy, I love dogs. Over the next 3 years from then, my weight tripled. And I hit 300 pounds when I was 13 years old. He's about the same size I was at 13, so... And getting that big then, of course, made things even harder. Because I couldn't fit in my desk then. Sitting in chairs like the other students, I just couldn't fit in them. They were too small, so I'd be in a chair, in a desk, in front of the class. Luckily, I was tall, so I didn't have that issue, but, some of them desks were a little tight, but I still squeezed my ass in them. Like I was almost out on display. So I really didn't have any friends. I just had food in my family. So I kept eating as much as I could whenever I could and put on another 150. I don't understand why they blur it out. Like, we're not gonna know what a friggin' bag of McDonald's looks like. Come on, my 600-pound life. What the hell? 50 pounds or so. So I was up around 450 then. But at that age, my family started to become a lot more responsibility for me. Because as the oldest, I kind of had to start becoming the leader of the family. I mean, if your parents are on drugs, I'm gonna imagine there's not too much guidance around for all the other kids. So that's a lot to put on a kid. That's tough.
Take care of everyone. Since our parents weren't taking care of us, and I was old enough to get a job, so I became the man of the house. I got a job at a fast food place, so I can earn a paycheck and keep eating all day.
I'd go to school from 7 until 3. I have to go to work from about 3 p.m. to about 3 a.m.
I could imagine working at a fast food place for somebody who loves to chow down is like a friggin' dream job. I was in high school, I was in work study and all, but I left to like some cruddy job at Target pushing carts over to a cruddy job at Party City making you guys wear clown faces and stuff. It was kind of fun when the hot girls came in to try on costumes though. I didn't mind that.
And then have to be back up at 7 a.m. for school.
And I made what we needed, but the stress of it all was hard. To do school and work like that, and I started to get really depressed, and that just made me want to eat more. And by the time I was 18 and graduated high school, I'd crossed well over into the 500s.
I wasn't that big yet when I graduated high school. First of all, I was in the 500s when I was like 25. But the thing I don't get is these people come on this show, right, and they're trying to make a change, but then you always see them sitting there just chowing down on McDonald's like they know they're going to have to go see Dr. Now. I don't know if they're just trying to get in that one last hoorah or whatever, but you know what's going to happen if you just keep eating like that. But hey, you know, everybody just wants to get that one last in. It's like every addict just wants that one last crack rock or that one last shot or that one last whatever. But yeah, he's clearly got a real issue with food addiction, so.
And then when I was 19, started working at a pizza place. And I love pizza, but the deal was the same there, where I could eat for free, and by the end of the day, I had eaten 4 or 5 pizzas on my own, and a bunch of breadsticks or cinnamon sticks.
Oh my God. Could you imagine if you're working at a pizza place and they're like, yeah, we're going to give you $2 less an hour or something, but you can eat all the stuff you want. And you're like, deal, buddy, because you're going to pound $100 worth of pizza that day.
I just loved it. Food started to become this all-consuming passion of mine. I always wanted to be eating.
But I was also that person that got a sense of joy out of it because feeding other people became almost like a euphoric thing for me. And that caused me to eat more.
So my weight gain just kept going.
Is that a thing? Like, I know like Italian mothers and stuff like that would be like, eat more, but I never heard a guy say they got some kind of euphoria out of like feeding people.
My weight climbed to over 600 pounds when I was about 22 years old.
Yeah.
Right before I crossed that point is when I started developing the lymphedema on my leg. This mass was forming on my leg, so me and my mom went to the doctor.
I mean, once you've got to a certain weight, there's nowhere else to put it. Thank God I didn't have anything like that happen to me. Because I don't know, I would have lost it if I had something like that growing out of the side of my leg. But if you started to get it and didn't get the wake-up call, I mean, I'm happy you're there now, because obviously you're trying to change, but at the same time, you're eating friggin' McDonald's, so.
And they told me what it was. And it'll only get worse if I didn't lose weight.
The doctor told me that if I didn't change, that I would be dead at 31. And they should pretty much say their goodbyes to me.
That's what happened to me. Like, I was expecting to be dead at 30 the way I was living. And the second I hit 30, I was like, damn, now I'm here. What do I do from here? Because obviously I don't want to keep living this way. So you need to hit that wake-up call moment. And if he got to over 600 and didn't hit it yet, and then he hits the 7 or whatever, I don't know where he's at. But at least he's snapping or coming around now. You know what I mean? Snapping out of it.
If I didn't change.
So all that got me even more depressed. But when I felt that way, it made me want to eat even more. So it was this vicious cycle where I just kept eating and wanting to eat more and more. So it kept getting bigger and it kept getting harder to do things.
Yeah, I mean, your mental health is definitely always going to play into your addiction cycle. If he's addicted to food, drugs, if you have any kind of eating disorder, anything, the way you feel emotionally is going to have a lot of effect on what you do to yourself physically. And it all ties in.
To where when I turned 25, I had to completely stop working because I couldn't physically do it anymore.
Damn.
I went on disability. I'm guessing I was around 700 pounds then, since I couldn't take care of my family anymore.
Okay, so just imagine, right? If you got a 5-year-old around you, stand up, tell them to sit on your foot and wrap around your leg and hold on. And not even 5, probably like a 10-year-old at 100 pounds. Tell them to wrap onto your leg and try to walk, because that's what this guy's dealing with right here. It's just amazing that he's up and moving around. So
One thing I didn't want to do is become more of a financial burden to them. So I started living on my own, doing nothing really but eating all day alone. But the loneliness didn't help my depression. I got a dog named Bella to try to help, but nothing does for me what food does. So my eating has never slowed down.
yeah, that dog's definitely not getting no walks at that size. But usually, you get a little puppy, take him for walks. It could be a positive thing for you, right? Even for your emotional well-being, just having that animal around is going to help you. But he clearly is dealing with some demons from his childhood and his parents, smoking rock. So clearly he's dealing with some stuff that he needs to get past in order to get his health together also.
To where now I don't know how much I weigh. All I know is it's gotten to be too hard to do most everything. If it wasn't for Jessica in my life, I don't know what I'd do or how I'd survive.
We met originally on a dating app.
What is that?
And when I came to JT's house to meet him for the first time, I just felt comfortable. So I didn't really notice JT's weight or his size.
Yeah, bullshit. How could you miss it? If you're getting up that big, there ain't no missing it. But honestly, I think women are attracted to confidence more than anything. But you can't be arrogant, right? You can border on arrogant, you just can't get there. Because I think I'm pretty damn cocky, and I'm just bordering on arrogance, but I just do it just enough that it's not bad. At least I think.
Because his personality covers it up pretty well.
I always dreamed of and wanted a family of my own. When Jessica came into my life, it gave me hope. But the problem is I'm still 32 and weigh so much I can hardly move. But food is such an important part of my life. How do I give up what makes me feel happy and safe?
Yeah, I mean, he's a year younger than me. I'm 33 right now. I'll be 34 in March. But thinking you're going to have children at that size, it would just be a perpetual cycle of doing what your parents did to you, because you're obviously not going to be able to take care of them. You're not going to be able to be there for them and do all the stuff physically you have to do as a father. So, and also, I really don't see you getting it on too much at that size, especially with that thing on your leg, because I don't know how you're going to find your thing underneath of it. Not to be nasty, I'm just being honest.
And like I did when I was a kid, food is my everything. So I don't know how to live without it, even though I know it's the same thing that's killing me now, and it's taking my future and life from me.
I love JT, so my dream is to have a family with him, but I'm worried that if he doesn't lose weight, I'm not going to have that.
Yeah, you're not going to keep going too much longer at that point, because that's pretty bad, and I'm sure he probably has some other kind of health conditions that come along with it. Also, I was thinking, why the hell is there bed on the floor? Because there ain't no way it's easy for him to get up and out of a bed that low. At least get him a bed up in the air or something, so he could just kind of lay in and slide out.
The doctors gave me until I was 30. And I'm 32 now, so my time is running out. So I don't have a lot longer.
Because at any moment, my heart
God.
can just give out.
And that does scare me. But losing food scares me more. And that's the problem.
Yeah, about your heart giving out. I was joking about this the other day because I told my friend I've been lifting a lot of weights lately, right? And he was like, "Screw it, just get on gear or whatever, steroids." But I was like, "Yeah, right. Like my heart needs that extra stress. I was already 605 pounds. I don't think I need to pack on some steroids to that."
It was really good though.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. I want to live, but I don't see how I can without food. So I know I need help. Hey babe, is there any ice cream in there?
That dog looks mad as hell. He's like, "You really sent that plate back without letting me even lick the thing?" That dog, bite him.
Think so.
Oh, we found a crumb.
Here you go.
It's chocolate chip cookie dough.
Oh,
Thanks.
man.
You're welcome.
I did get on that keto ice cream kick when I was doing the keto diet because that stuff's good. And if you got the banana cream pie one, I think it was, that thing only had like 60 carbs in it. But there ain't no way you're breaking that up into 3 servings like they tell you to, that little pint.
Every night when I go to bed,
You're kidding yourself.
I wonder if tonight's the night I'm not gonna wake up. Because I can feel something bad coming.
That's real.
My body's never felt this way. I've never hurt as bad as I do. And now I struggle to breathe a lot.
Yeah, right when COVID came out, I got really sick. I didn't know what it was. It was like right around the time it came out, and I just thought it was pneumonia, and I don't even think I went to the doctor, but I was struggling to friggin' breathe, and I'm honestly lucky I'm alive right now, just because at that size, you're playing with your life every time you get sick, because you're really not going to be able to breathe.
So I'm just getting even worse. Because my body can't take all my weight anymore. It's just too much.
Are you done?
Yeah, can you throw this away for me?
Yeah, I will.
I appreciate it.
So whatever time I have left, it's not a lot.
Yeah, he really doesn't have time to keep playing this game, because it's your life on the line here. You need to get up, get ready, and get going. You're lucky you can get out of bed at that size, because that mass on your leg, it's amazing you can walk with that. But hopefully this guy's going to get it together and do well on his journey. I really wish the best for everyone, because I want to see everybody win at the end of the day. Oh, puppy.
Move over, Bella.
I don't think I have another year in me.
What was
So
that?
I either have to find a solution to help me finally change, or
Oh man, he's got to sleep setting up because he can't breathe if he lays down. That's terrible. I never had anything like that happen. And also, sleeping sitting up like that and not like elevating your legs will cause more swelling. So his legs are pretty damn swelling on top of that growth on his leg. But he can't be enjoying life at this point. So now, if this ain't your wake up call, I don't know what is. Hopefully, the show did you right.
I know there's no way I'm gonna be alive for much longer.
Damn. Poor guy. And that dog still looks pissed off that he didn't get any of that taco salad. But yeah, that's just the sad reality of this. You're playing with your life when you're that size. So hopefully he got it together, man. Because really, that growth on his leg is probably holding him back a whole hell of a lot. Because there's you're just like in your 30s. Like a lot of people are like, oh, those are the best years. For me so far, they've been the best years. Thank God. It feels like my life has just restarted. But hopefully this guy, this is the wake-up call he needed or whatever, because obviously all the other things didn't, get him ready for that weight loss journey. But hopefully this was it. But like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace.